Hello YouTube. Here is a photo presentation style video, and that happened because when I decided to make a video of my restoration, I was already in the middle of restoring the handle, so the only thing I could do is just take photos of the already done parts and the materials that I used to make those parts. So I decided to continue with the photo presentation style and just took the photos during the restoration instead of doing photo and then video and then more photos. So this video is gonna be in photos, but the next restoration videos that I'll post, I'll make sure to just record everything on a camera and I'll have a full video of the restoration done. So let's continue with our video. Here is a blade that I bought off of eBay some time ago, and it was listed as Russian Cossack Caucasian Kinjal, and I just liked how it looked. I liked the intricate engravings, the maker's mark, the fullers, and just overall look of it, so I just went ahead and bought it. When I got it, it was really rusty, so I decided to clean it, and I wouldn't use a sandpaper because then it would take off some of the authenticity and maybe just ruin the engravings. So there is this product called Evaporust, and it's really great for removing rust. So I just wanted to remove the rust and not alter the blade in any way because it's an original piece and it's an antique. So I poured some Evaporust into a plastic container. Some say it starts working in 10 minutes. In my experience, the longer you leave, better it will be. So I left it there for 2 days, and just want to let you know, make sure to have a container that has a lid. Otherwise, even though it doesn't stink, but the smell is not very pleasant. So this is how it looks like when I cleaned it. Really nice and shiny, and nothing is altered as far as the blade goes. And the blade handle had some kind of adhesive attached to it, so I just scrapped it and it was gone. So clear, you can see all the engravings, you can see the maker mark in the form of flower, and it has some letters in it, Arabic, I think, letters and numbers. So I tried to find out how it would look like originally, and I searched the Cossack Russian dagger kinjal online, and this is what I got. So I mean, some of them have the fullers that are alike and some of them have the handle that is alike, but as you can see, this is a totally different weapon. It is double-edged and it has 1, 2, 3 or more fullers in the middle, and the tip is not curved upwards, even though the handle looks very much alike. So that's why the seller, I think, was confused a little bit. So after this, I searched a curved tip Russian dagger, and this is what I got. This is a Babut, as they call it. It's a Russian Cossack artillery kinjal, so to say, and it was issued during World War I. They were making it in Zlatoust, in a factory actually, so it's not really a handmade piece. So this is how it looks like, and the difference is this has 2 fullers in the middle, but this is double edged and you can sharpen it on both sides. So this is not exactly what I'm looking for, because the blade that I bought has only one edge and the other one is thicker, so you can only sharpen one edge. I just went ahead and searched Caucasian curved tip daggers or kinjals, and these ones are a little bit more alike to whatever I was trying to find, even though they're not exactly the same. And then I found this one. So this one is a Anatolian Yataran, so to say. The blade looks like the one that I'm looking for, and it has the fullers, but the handle is a little bit different. Then I searched for Islamic weapons, and this is what I found. This is exactly the one that I'm looking for. I mean, very close. And it has the 2 narrow fullers on top and 1 large fuller. underneath, and the handle looks very much like the one that I have, and it had a name. That's the good part. It's Persian Qaddara sword. I hope I'm pronouncing it properly. If not, then I'll do more research later on. So Persian Qaddara, and when I searched for Qaddara, I found it. So this is one, and it looks exactly like mine. The handle, the engravings, even the maker's mark being in the same position as the one that I have. Also, the fullers are matching, two narrow fullers on top and one larger one underneath those two, and the tip curved at the end. So this is more, and this one has the fullers that continue after the maker's mark towards the handle, but it's still the same one. It's a very fine example. And this one has the fullers edged, which is surprising because this is a technique used mostly in Caucasus region when they edge the fullers of the kinjals. So I'll come to this later on in the video, but right now I'll show you some more examples. This is another one, and they look really good. Fine examples of Qaddara swords. And you see the maker's mark. It's a little bit different than what is mine, but the others, most of the others have a flower or star-like maker's mark, and this is one of them. And also the maker's mark is always located right before the fullers on one side of the blade, and it kind of resembles a star or a flower. So this is the one that looks like a David star. Mine has 6 points as well, but mine looks like a flower. So this one is an interesting example because this one has an old Persian silver coins as washers for the handle rivets, which is interesting because when I was researching kinjals, I found one kinjal that also had the same kind of handle. This is the Persian coins, the rivet heads, but this is a kinjal, and I suppose this is also made in Persia. So this is another one. This one also has the coins and also has the coins as a washer for the rivet heads, and also has the maker's mark, which looks like a David star. It's a little bit different though, but very closely resembles that one. And it also has the crescent next to it. This weapon was probably used for slashing as well as thrusts. That's why this one has a fortified tip, so it would penetrate the armor, chainmail, or whatever they were wearing at the time. This one has the lion on the scabbard, and this will put this weapon in Persia because this lion is symbol of Persia, and I think even now symbol of Iran, as they call it. This is the lion with the sword, and so it leaves no doubt as to where these weapons were made, which is interesting because when you search online for Persian daggers, this is what you'll get. And this is a typical Persian Islamic dagger, and it has different type of handle than the one that Qaddara has. Qaddara's handle mostly resembles Caucasian handles, and these ones are very typical for Muslim countries, starting from Mughal Empire in India all the way to Afghanistan, Persia, Arabic countries, Turkey. All of them have similar handles and similar blade shapes. And this is another variation of Persian dagger. This has a single edge, and the handle is totally different from Qaddara handle. So I have a theory of why it's like that and how come that Caucasian weapons ended up being used in Persia.